I'm not gonna sit here for 2 minutes because I know sometimes the players get antsy when they get into a game and they don't want to wait. They just want to hop right into it. So
So we got a gold player? Or is he? He's probably not actually gold.
he might be. I don't know. Maybe he's platinum and he was demoted.
Yeah, he's probably something like that. I'm guessing.
Maybe. Oops. Alrighty, guys. We are in the game down here, in the bottom right side of one of the newer maps into the ladder map pool for this season, King Sejong Station. This man playing for his respective clan that goes by the name of Deimos Esports Community. The green or grubby colored Protoss player. We have DEATHSTAR. And up here, in the top left side of the map, King Sejong Station, for his respective clan going by the name Overdosed. The red Terran player, it's Inverse. Now, I would like us to be down 4-0 so I could say, is he going to get an Inverse all kill? But you know what? That's it's not okay. Not okay for him, because then that puts a lot of pressure on him, as we were talking about earlier. DEATHSTAR going to throw down that pylon on his main base. Now, this is an interesting map, and I don't know if any of you in the chat remember Core Hall's Floating Island or Core Hall Sky Island. It went by one of those two names, but this map is laid out very similarly to that map. The only difference is these rocks here in the back, instead of having two sets of rocks and a small ramp on each side. So that's definitely different. We have a 12-12 coming out from Inverse, and we have a Gateway. Couldn't remember the name. Gateway coming in for DEATHSTAR. Ooh, look at this. That probe, man. That probe's going to get in here, though, and he's going to see the gas and the barracks, and he's going to feel fine. Now, DEATHSTAR, I'd like to see him scout after Gateway instead of after Pylon, because he did scout after Pylon. That's more of a PvZ scouting pattern, but, you know, to each his own. You know, some players like that really early confirmation, but against the Terran, really, what are you going to see? A barracks. I was going to see a barracks anyway. Inverse, the probe's right in front of you. I guess it was just being sure, being safe. Inverse, where are you going with this SCV? Just checking everywhere for pylons. I like that. Well, 15-15 gas from DEATHSTAR, and actually going to put 3 in each by the looks of things, maybe. Or maybe he's just taking this gas to try to scare Inverse. I'd like that decision too. Ooh, and that actually is going to be a proxy pylon up in the top of the map here, and Inverse actually hasn't scouted there. That's kind of a big deal. And yeah, all 3 are going to go into that gas, so I'm expecting proxy Stargate, but Inverse is going to be able to get in here. He's going to only see 1 pylon, and he's going to be like... Okay, now he's going to see the second one building, but he's going to be like, okay, 1, that's a really late pylon. 2, you know, where's your other pylon? There's supposed to be 3 pylons. Maybe not at this point, but there's supposed to be 3 pylons in your base when I get here. If there's not, there's a proxy somewhere. And I think Inverse is gonna be smart enough to realize, okay, there's no 3 pylons in my opponent's base. What could he be doing? Proxy, yes, as we can obviously see as observers, but Inverse, can he put 2 and 2 together? Looks like he's not going to actually scout this top side, so DEATHSTAR's Stargate here may go completely unscouted, and there it goes. But looking at the scouting pattern on this Reaper, I don't think he's ever going to see it, and this is really unfortunate, and DEATHSTAR may be able to get a lot of damage done. And an engineering bay being thrown down by Inverse immediately, so this Oracle may not be able to do anything, as there should be a turret up by the time this Oracle gets into the main base of Inverse. Alright, man, well, DEATHSTAR trying to take out a diamond, and he is gold, unfortunately. Maybe platinum, we're not sure. I didn't actually check his profile before this game started, but this Reaper going to get him and still only see 2 pylons. So he knows. He has to know now. Has to know. It's proxy. Something proxy. Yeah, and there goes that turret for Inverse in his main base. The one should be going down in the natural here fairly shortly. Stargate just now finishing. The Oracle is going to start right now, and this Oracle is going to do nothing. Nothing. There's 400 minerals here for DEATHSTAR, so he could choose to throw down a Nexus if he wants to, but he's not sending a probe down there at all. Not looking okay. Nope, gonna throw down 2 more gateways. 4 gateway and a pylon. Okay, that's weird. Generally, as a Protoss, when you throw down gateways, when you only have 1, generally I've heard you throw down 2, or you throw down none. You throw down 2 extra gateways to bring it to a total of 3, or you build none and you get a Nexus. And the Stargate's going to be scouted now. Here comes the Oracle, gonna get precisely nothing done as there already is a turret here for Inverse. Maybe there's a sweet spot here that this Oracle can exploit, but I don't think so, yeah. Inverse knows where the Stargate is now, and he knows what's up. He already knew what was up anyway. There's a turret not quite done, but there's 6 Marines here to shove this Oracle back. It's really, really nice. And canceling the second Oracle does Death Stars. So he's not going to make that pop out and then waste money that could potentially be used for something else. And the Twilight Council is going to be thrown by Death Star, and there's that third gateway, which honestly, from a lot of Protoss players I've heard, that should already be down. And this Oracle, just going to fly around the map, see if it can't get anything done. This Reaper still scouting around the map, seeing if it can't get anything done. And the curious thing is, what is this Twilight Council going to be used for? DTs, Blink, Charge, Fast High Templar? All of those are definitely decent options for Death Star. Now, the big problem with Charge Lot Templar Archon now is the change to the Widowmine, which gives them plus 40 damage to shields splash damage. So that means Templar will die outright. They will die outright to splash damage by Widowmines. It looks like Inverse may try to make a push happen here as he sees you have... Or no, he's just going to go ahead and kill out the Stargate, and then you're going to have to see if he makes a push. Now it's going to be a really fast Templar here for Death Star. Is Death Star going to be able to make this work? If Inverse scouts this, I wouldn't surprise me if I were to see Widowmines come out from Inverse, because that has been the newest and latest addition to the Terran Army versus Protosses, has been those Widowmines due to the patch. And yep, the Stargate going to go down. Death Star knows exactly where Inverse's army is. Stargate's going to die, so cannot make another Oracle later on in the game. Starport coming down now for Inverse to finish. So Medevac should be hitting the field here fairly shortly. And again, here's something that all the Deimos Protoss players do. They don't go for the +1 armor, they go for the +1 attack instead. And when you're going Charge Lot Templar, the reason I would love to see +1 armor is it helps the Templar. The damage, they don't have an auto attack. They don't have a normal attack. They're spellcasters. They cast one spell, 2 spells. One that drains energy and deals damage to the amount of energy that's been drained. And they also have Psionic Storm, which is their biggest spell, which does a ton of damage and is in a big giant area of effect spell. So I don't like this weapon. I know Death Star is probably thinking, I want these Zealots to do as much damage as possible, but you want the Templar to stay alive as much as possible. You don't want them just to get sniped by a few units. Double Medevac drop now being loaded up here for Inverse. Going to start going across the map. Now this Reaper just scouting around the map, seeing if there's any more proxies. Charge has not been started, neither has Blink. Storm is nearing halfway completion, and we've got the robotics facility about halfway completed as well, rather. Man, I'm getting my words all kinds of mixed up today, but you know what? That's fine. It happens. We have that +1 Terran infantry armor on the way now for Inverse, and if you look at the upgrades, he already has that +1 attack and stim pack and no, not combat shields. I was getting a little bit too ahead of myself there. This Reaper going to come up here, and can he jump up here? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know he could actually jump up here. So all you Terran players, remember this. Reaper can jump up here. Going to jump down, going to see the Templar. Inverse knows what's up. He could actually get this Templar Archive. Storm is done. And the feedback's going to go down. Oh, he does have enough for Storm, but this Templar Archives, if this goes down, this is huge. Maybe able to pick up the Templar as well as Inverse. Is he going to pick those off? He's going to pick one off. The second one doesn't have enough energy for anything, and really nice stutter step so far from Inverse. He's going to go ahead and pick up, but he picked off one Templar. Didn't pick off the Templar Archives, though. I think if he picked that off, I think that would have been a much bigger win. But that one Templar with pretty much enough energy to Storm, leaving this one with only 22 energy. Inverse going to stem up here and may start taking out this natural. Photon Overcharge is not quite used, and I think once this army moves out, Inverse going to move in with a double medevac drop as soon as he sees this army come down here. And here we go. There's not enough energy for Storm. There's only enough for Photon Overcharge. Really nice stutter step so far from Inverse. Can he keep it up? Photon Overcharge activated on the natural. Inverse going to go right back in here now with the double medevac drop. Is he going to go for the Templar Archives again, or is he just going to go for probes? Looks like he may try to go for probes here. And if you look at the upgrades for Death Star, he's only got that +1 attack. Zealot's being warped in, but those guys will never see the light of day. One of them may, but he's going to die immediately. Yeah, he dies. And the natural is still alive. The Templar Archive is going to start to be targeted now. Inverse, I think, is going to get this and get out completely. Yeah, he's going to get out losing a few Marines, but getting a Templar there as well. Every single Templar now for Death Star is dead. 41 supply to 109. And I think Inverse is going to be able to take this game pretty soon here as his Photon Overcharge will dissipate. There's not enough for a second one. Templar Archive is dead. There's no more splash damage so far for Death Star, as he doesn't have enough money for Colossi. This double dropship going to come right back in here. Oh yeah, these 3 units have been sitting there for a while. I've been going back and forth to see if they've been doing anything, but unfortunately not. Third base taken for Inverse. He's feeling really, really good. Really, really, really nice. 60 SCVs to 33 probes, and here we go. I think this is going to be the death march here for Inverse. Again, no splash damage, no thoughts on overcharge. These Zealots are the only thing standing between Death Star here and defeat. This Mothership we're going to fall now as well, and I think that it's going to be the end of the game here. GG, well played, calls Death Star Inverse. It would take yet another map, bringing the score to 3-2.
Pretty impressed by Inverse. That was solid defense against the Oracles through solid scouting, and then just solid offense.
Yeah.
And good macro, because you took a third not too late or anything.
Yeah. That was a really nice game by Inverse. And the one thing I like that he did was he did that double drop, and he didn't try to do too much with it. He didn't just sack it. Like, if it was me, I would have been like Templar Archives, Templar Archives, Templar Archives. That would have been tunnel visioned on that. And I wouldn't have been focused anywhere else. No production, no attacks at the front, nothing else. But Inverse was able to drop. He was able to pick off a Templar. He was able to pick up, get away to drop for another day, and was able to continue to macro, take a third base, and keep his upgrades going and everything. So that was really, really, really nice play there by Inverse. Dominoes.
Damn, got some talking about a living situation here.
Yeah. Alright, well, we gotta wait for the map pick here for Deimos, and the next player for OD looks like it will be Alexander. So I guess he says he doesn't have a choice, so. Sappers is about to be leading by 2. AZK is gonna be up next for Deimos.
I'm gonna link the stream and the chat here just really quick, and then it's chat quick, just in case.
Still waiting for the map pick.
Just waiting.
Yep.
Hanging out. Really impressive play by Inverse. That was quite good. That's I guess that's kind of a model for me to, because Terran's my off race, so I'm trying to learn it. And that was
every race seems to be my off race. I'm telling you.
Because you bounce around too much, or
yeah, bounce around all the time. Did I invite you? Yes, I did. Who else do I need to invite? I think that's it.
It's not even like the Protoss was playing badly either. Like, he played pretty well.
No, it was. Yeah, it wasn't bad. He was able to keep up decently until the drops started.
He was very good about hiding his
tech, yeah.
Stargate up there. It's just that I think Inverse picked up on the fact that there was a deficit of pylons were the Protoss to go, standard. So he's probably like, okay, he's hiding tech somewhere because he needs a pylon to do so.
Yeah, he was able to read that game really, really well, understanding how many pylons should be in the base. Alright, well, TVP merry-go-round, the 3-player map. Everybody's still getting used to